and sisters, this is Randall Osborne, the Covenant Watchman again, with an interesting program for you today. Yes, I'm going to be talking about a video that the Seventh-day Adventist Church came out with that is causing a big stir in the world today. What video am I talking about? This one right here. Yes, the Adventists put this warning out. 160 years of warning. They've been warning for 160 years that there's coming a Sunday law, national Sunday law. Now, I've been talking about this for 40 years, and I feel like I'm like this little guy here holding the sign saying the end is near, the end is near. Well, it may be near, but it's caused a lot of stir, but I've been an alarmist that people mock and ridicule and laugh at. Yes, the end is near, but it may be near now. This is the article, the beginning of the article. It's saying it's not theory anymore. It's not a theory that this Sunday law, Sunday by law, is about to happen. Not a theory. What will happen? It will threaten our religious freedoms. Yes. And it is spreading. It's spreading rapidly. All across the United States, different states are promoting a Sunday law. But in the Congress, in the president's own cabinet, the Heritage Foundation is a group that is made up of a lot of different men that are in President Trump's cabinet. And they're making a bold statement here, saying on January 8th, 2026, the Heritage Foundation are making their move. Yes, they're making their move. And they're promoting the Sunday in different states. But this is saying here, it's a disturbing disregard for the religious freedom of all Americans. Yes. And so when a Sunday law is promoted and is signed into law, it will be against our Constitution in reality. When Sunday observance is enforced by law, will it be from a biblical standpoint or from a traditional standpoint? And what will happen if you refuse to accept the Sunday law? What will happen? Well, what will happen is just like the Bible says, no buy, no sell. You can't buy food even with your credit card. It doesn't work. If you go against the government, they will have application to say, sorry, they can shut down your credit card. Now we change. Now, where did this Sunday law originally come from? There's a group called the Catholic Church. Are proud to say they changed the Sabbath from Saturday to Sunday. This is their document, their statement, saying they changed it from Saturday to Sunday. But it started way back about 200 years after 200 AD and to about 400 AD, when 400 AD, Constantine is the originator of the Sunday law. He passed the Sunday law back in 400 AD. And yes, Emperor Constantine in 321 passed the Sunday law. And what about the early Christians? They all kept the Bible Sabbath. Yes, they believed in the Saturday Sabbath. Why? Because that's the day God gave all of us when He wrote on tables of stone and gave them to Moses. The seventh day is the Sabbath. That's what God wrote with His own finger. In the Bible it says, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days thou shalt labor and do all thy work, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work. Now, the question is, what will you do? What will you do when this law is put into effect, signed into a law, and when will it happen? We're not exactly positive, but sometime I believe when the USA turns 250 years old, and Trump wants to make a big deal of that time on July 4th, it's a good possibility that our religious freedoms may be over. Yes, religious freedoms may come to an end and come crashing down. Yes, and soon be over with. But it's right now. It's just a opinion. It's just a something to think about, because it hasn't happened. When the USA crosses that line, when that law is in effect, then you and I have to decide which side of this fence will we be on. Will we say, yes, I'll go along with it, or say, no, I want to go with God's law, the seventh-day Sabbath of the Bible, not tradition's law, not Constantine's law or Trump's law. We will have to decide. So thank you, brothers and sisters, for listening to this old man talk about the upcoming laws. Have a good day.